So I think it's probably fair to say that 2020 hasn't really turned out how most of us expected it to. If somebody had told you in January that within 6 months you wouldn't be allowed to go within 2 metres of another human being, you'd probably have thought they were pulling your leg. But I try to look at the positives in everything, and one thing that has struck me this year more than any other is the number of people getting outside and cooking. Probably because we're stuck at home, there's no restaurants open, so you have a barbecue outside. Everybody loves barbecue anyway, so it's just been awesome to see so many people getting into it. My inbox has been rammed with people looking for advice, and they're wanting to take their first tentative steps into it, but they're not sure what equipment they need to get. They're not sure how to achieve things they've maybe seen online and took inspiration from, but they don't know how to recreate that at home. And that's really what this whole channel has been about. It's why my website was started in the first place, to try and give advice on those sort of first few steps. Now, my advice has always been the same for almost any message I get. Try not to think too much about the equipment. It really doesn't make a difference what you're cooking on. As long as you have a charcoal barbecue with a grate, you can light a fire in it, you can start cooking. As things progress, you can upgrade that barbecue certainly, but don't let it hold you back until you get the new barbecue before you start. And as far as cooking new things, the advice is just simply get out there and do it. Don't be afraid to screw up a cook. That's the only way you're ever going to learn how to fix things. Which is really the sort of premise of my whole BBQ Basics course. So in today's video, I actually wanted to talk a little bit about that course. Rather than me blabbering on about it and telling you what it's about, I thought it would be good to bring a couple of the guys onto the channel who actually have done the course. So there's two of them coming on. We have Chris, who is one of the newer members of the course. He joined a couple of months back. And we also have Jason then, who was actually one of the founding members. So whenever I started the course, I brought a group of, I think it was around 20 or 22 people on. And they helped me put the course together. So I thought it would be good for you guys to maybe hear what their experiences are like, because based on the messages I get all the time, I think these two guys are really coming from the same place that most of you are coming from whenever you're starting out. You're maybe lacking a little bit of confidence. You've cooked on the barbecue for a while, you enjoy doing the traditional fare of burgers and sausages, a bit of chicken, steaks, but you just need that little helping hand to move on to the next step.
Hello YouTube, my name is Chris. I am from Scotland and I completed the Barbechoo Academy about a month ago. My background in terms of barbecue is pretty basic. I'm a husband and father of 3 kids. I work full time, so I'm a pretty busy guy, and I do like beer, meat and fire. So whenever it was a nice sunny weekend, which in Scotland is not very often, you know, like anyone, I'd like to maybe put some burgers, sausages on a barbecue. Cook them adequately, but that was pretty much where my barbecue was at. That being said, I was really interested in maybe doing something different. I have for years been obsessively watching YouTube videos, watching American guys cook big chunky steaks, you know, do briskets, pulled pork, ribs, etc. And that's something that's kind of interested me as well, but I kind of always thought I was going to do it, but never really got round to it. For years I kind of stuck where I was, and then I came across this course on his website, the Barbechoo Academy, which I thought was really interesting, and it just kind of spoke to me really. It really wanted to bridge that gap between, you know, doing average, adequate stuff I suppose on the barbecue, but maybe either still doing that, but maybe improve it in terms of quality and flavour of what you were doing. So if you're just going to do burgers and sausages, great, but make them the best burgers and sausages you can be. Or if you want to have the confidence to go a little step further, start using your barbecue for different things. So that's kind of where I wanted to be, and the course was great for that. It covers the basics. You know, it really goes through in great detail a lot of the basic stuff. You know, barbecue setup, fuel, etc. And it gives you that confidence to go to that next level. And I can't thank James enough for that. Really, the course is great. You know, I've come out of it a much more confident person with the barbecue. I've tried a few recipes on the course myself, they've come out great, and again that's given me that confidence to really push on and try different things.
Hi, my name is Jason. Most of you would know me as Cork Barbecue on Instagram and Twitter. I suppose James asked me to do a little video testimony for him about his barbecue course. So I'm barbecuing nearly 4 years on and off, and in the last kind of 2.5 really got serious about it. And being getting serious about it, one of the problems I had was it was always sausages and burgers. Now I'm going to show my barbecue in a second. What I got today again is sausages and burgers. That's what the family went today. But if you look at my Instagram page, I've cooked beef cheeks, I've cooked lamb shanks, done brisket, pulled pork. I suppose the big trouble was before I just joined James' online course was that I was very nervous about cooking food and getting it right on the barbecue, not to give food poison to anyone. So I lacked a bit of confidence and a bit of knowledge and a bit of skill in that text. So what would I be doing? I would be cooking the food in the oven, maybe halfway, especially chicken and chicken skewers, wings, stuff like that, and then finishing off the barbecue to get the char on it. So I hadn't got a lot of time in my hand, and I had saw James actually had an online course. So I said, what the hell, we give this a go. To my surprise, James opened my eyes to barbecuing, about direct cooking, indirect cooking, about my knowledge of fuels and how I use fuels, about seasoning meat, marinating meat, stuff that I hadn't done before. I had always bought pre-marinated wings, pre-marinated sausages, stuff like that. So James opened my eyes to all that.
So as you can see from those videos, both Jason and Chris have both been cooking on their barbecues for a while, but they had maybe seen other people doing things that inspired them to try and push it a little bit further, but they maybe just lacked that sort of knowledge or confidence to go out and give it a go. So my BBQ Basics course is really set up to do exactly what it says on the tin. There's video lessons in there to show you how to set up your barbecue for different types of cooking, how to set the temperature in your barbecue and then maintain it throughout a cook. And then there's also stuff in there about how to use sort of rubs, sauces, marinades, wood smoke, and then to add flavour into your food. The video lessons are also then accompanied by video recipes. So each stage through the course, there's recipes that you can practice the skills on to try and move you forward onto the next step. Now I knew when I put the course out at the start that those video lessons and recipes and tutorials are really only going to be the start of it. The main aim of the course was to set you up with some basic skills, and then along with a group of other like-minded people you could move forward in your barbecue journey, because no amount of YouTube videos or website articles or tutorials is going to give you the experience you need to really push your cooking forward. What's going to do that is being in a group of like-minded people.
What else I loved about the course is the fact that it then gives you access to an online community, if you like, or a social media chat room, a bit like a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group. But you're on there with like-minded people who've all done the course, so they have that interest in barbecue like you did to begin with, and they're all at various stages of their own journey, I suppose. Some are starting out like I was. You've got more experienced guys in there as well, but the people on there are fantastic. You can ask anything you like, really. You can ask for hints on recipes, you can ask for general advice about barbecue setup, maybe some gear that you're interested in, a thermometer or charcoal, what should I use? And the feedback's great. James is on there himself, and he's really great at coming back to you as well, so you can ask him questions. But that for me was a great feature and a fantastic idea by James to do that, because you're all bouncing off each other. And the fact that for years I would spend a lot of time going on YouTube or online looking for advice on certain things or certain recipe. Now you've got access to loads of people with the same interests who can give you some advice on that point.
The last thing that the course offered me was a group of like-minded people that were all interested in barbecuing, and James set up a group on a Discord group chat, and on that I found people that were similar to me, that were nervous about cooking, wanted to learn a bit more about marinating, about cooks, fast cooks, slow cooks. Now I have 30 great friends on Discord with the lads. We all constantly chat to each other, encourage each other to cook more cooks, and if you have questions, if someone has cooked it before, or someone has marinated it before, or someone has tried something you haven't tried, the lads are always there to help you and encourage you to cook better, so they are.
So as you heard from Jason and Chris, there is a Discord community that goes along with the group. So whenever you sign up for the course, you get access to that Discord community, and those are all guys that have gone through the course before. They're all at varying levels of their barbecue journey. Some of them have been in there for over a year now, so they've really grew in their cooking and how they use their barbecues. Some are just starting off, so it's a great place to ask questions and get loads of different answers from people who are at different levels. You're almost guaranteed to be in there with at least one or two other people who are at the same level as you. So that community really is the main basis of that course. That community is the main thing that's going to drive you forward, keep you motivated and inspired to cook different things outside and even perfect things that you've been cooking in the past. And it's definitely one of the things that I'm most proud of that's come out of the course, is seeing that group of friends push each other forward and support each other through their barbecue journey. Now, as with anything in life, we all have an idea in our head of how we would like something to go, or how we would like something to be. When I came up with the idea of this course, it was to give anybody access to those sort of basic lessons, but more so that group of friends who can help each other out. Now, the reality of what that current group of course members have done has far exceeded my expectations. It's not an understatement to say I am incredibly proud of all of them, how they support each other and how they welcome new members into the course group and give them all the advice and encouragement they need, and the whole thing just seems to be pushing itself forward. So I want as many of you guys to experience that as possible, and if you are just starting out, I promise you this is one of the best things you can do to really increase your confidence and your sort of skill base to really move forward with barbecue. Now, one of the reasons I created the course was because not everybody has access to like barbecue classes or barbecue demos local to them. So by putting it all online, if I was to host a like day-long class, this is exactly what I would put into it. So it's all just done through videos. You can access it at any time and you can go through the course at your own pace. You also have the added benefit then that you can go back and go over anything you're not sure of. So if you're maybe setting up for a cook you've never done before, you can go back and watch those videos and you always have them as a reference point. And I wish something like this existed whenever I started cooking. It would just have saved me so much time going through different websites and YouTube channels looking for tutorials and trying to figure out what's the best way to do everything. This is all sort of put into a step-by-step plan that will get all that early stuff, early questions out of the way and just let you start experimenting with your cooking. So in an effort to try and give as many of you guys access to the course as possible, for the next 2 weeks I'm going to be doing 50% off. So if you click the link in the description down below or go to barbechoo.com/barbecue basics and enter the code GETSTARTED at checkout, it will discount the course by 50% for you.
All I can say is if you're thinking about it, give it a go. It's great, and by the time you've finished it, you will be a more confident person with your barbecue. And again, like I've said, you can continue to do what you did in terms of burgers and sausages and steaks or whatever, but if you want to take it to that next step, you've got the tools to do so. So yeah, all I would say is anyone thinking about it, give it a go. And again, a big thanks to James for putting the course on in the first place, because I found it fantastic.
I suppose to show you what I'm cooking today is I'm cooking some burgers, sausages, some sweet and sour chicken, or not sorry, sweet chili chicken, and some potatoes. So we'll just have a look there. Now you can see the barbecue smoking as well. So you can see the chicken, the Smoky Joe sausages. We've got 4 6-ounce burgers there, and that's all been done in charcoal at a low heat, and it's smoked with a pork smoking blend from Weber. So before, there was no way I would have the confidence to do a cook like that, cook my whole dinner on it, especially chicken. I would have no way. And then marinating it, it would have been plain chicken, very salt, pepper, olive oil, that was it. But because of the course, I gained confidence, and if you look at my Instagram page and my Twitter page, you will see that my cooks are getting way out there, and I'm trying to cook bigger lumps of meat for longer hours. If you were thinking about doing a barbecue course, and you hadn't got the time, I definitely recommend James's course, because you can do it at your own time, at your own pace. And as I said, I'm still part of this car group, so are the rest of the lads, and we'll always be there to support each other and give each other a hand.
So huge thanks to Chris and Jason as well for doing the videos for me. I just posted out to the guys and asked them if anybody would come on and talk about their experiences. I didn't ask them any questions or tell them what to say. I just wanted them to share their reasons why they joined up and what they maybe got out of the course. And whenever the videos came through, I was immensely proud of what those guys have achieved and what they hope to get out of the course and what they've actually experienced in the way through it. It's kind of a bit like a proud dad moment whenever you sort of see how everyone's getting on and how they're progressing now that the course has been going for just over a year. So if you want to hear more from the guys, I'm going to leave 2 links below to both their videos in full length, unedited versions, if you want to have a watch at them as well. If you have any questions about whether the course is suitable for you or if it's something that you're going to get anything out of, please feel free to email me or leave a question down in the comments below. I'm more than happy to answer them. But I know if you're teetering on the edge of wanting to take things forward but you're not sure how, I can guarantee you will get loads out of this course that will help you. So hit the link in the description and enter the code Get Started to get your 50% off. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next video.